So, I wrote that speech for the second night of Passover. Jewish Voice for Peace organized a Seder in the streets outside of Chuck Schumer's home, and calling for an arms embargo. And it was a very powerful night. 300 people were arrested in act of civil disobedience. I'd be lost without Jewish Voice for Peace, and the sort of the leadership that they've offered in solidarity with Palestinians, but also saying, not in our name. This is not our Judaism. But part of that means practicing a different kind of Judaism. And I've always loved Passover because it's just so portable. It's really a diaspora technology, right? It is, you can have a Seder anywhere you can lay out a blanket and have a meal. You don't need a temple. You don't need a rabbi. It's so democratic. And it's also, I'm the youngest child in my family, and on Passover, it's the youngest child who asks the questions. And when I thought about celebrating Passover that year, I couldn't bear it, because those core values of questioning, of respecting children. That week, they had sent the NYPD in to crush the Columbia student encampment. That is how little they were interested in hearing from young people and the questions that they had for their elders. So, I don't think we get out of this horrific spiral, genocidal spiral. It's worse than a loop because it gets, we're spiraling downwards, unless we get at this weaponization of trauma through the ideology of political Zionism. We have to name it, and it is a false idol. And we have to engage with Scripture, with our traditions, and reclaim them from this sacrilege.